Hello, everyone, and welcome to Chat with Pat. I'm your host, Patricia Peters, and I'm so grateful you've chosen to spend a little part of your day with me. This is more than just another live stream. It's a place where hearts connect, stories inspired, lessons are shared, and lives are transformed. Here we laugh together, we learn together, we grow together, and sometimes we even cry together. Because every story carries a lesson, every challenge carries a purpose, and every conversation has the power to change someone's life. So whether you're joining us from across the street or across the world, welcome. Grab your favorite cup of coffee, invite a friend, join the conversation, and let's make these next few minutes truly meaningful. This is Chat with Pat, where real conversations create real connections, and every conversation leaves a lasting impact. Welcome, everyone. Hello, and a very good night to each and every one of you. Welcome to Chat with Pat. It's not a hot topic tonight. And tonight's topic is, if your dreams put you on trial, what would the evidence say? That's our hot topic. If your dreams put you on trial, what would the evidence say? A good night to all my fans out there, all my TikTokers, YouTubers, Facebookers, all of you. A very good night and welcome to Chat with Pat. Before I say good evening, I want you to imagine something. Imagine walking into a courtroom. The judges, the judge is truth. The jury is your future. Your dreams are sitting across from you. And the case being heard tonight is the life you say you want versus the choices you keep making. Can you imagine this this courtroom settings? The judge looks directly at you and asks, "You keep saying you want a different life, but where is the evidence?" What would you say? Don't scroll tonight because this conversation is not about what you tell people you want. It's about what your daily choices prove that you want. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Chat with Pat. Tell me where you're watching from tonight. And if you're courageous enough to have an honest conversation with yourself, type case open in the comments. You heard me? Type case open. I have a clinical therapist on session here too. Yes, she's on. She's going to dissect this conversation that her mother is having tonight. Share this life with somebody who has a dream but keeps finding reasons not to begin. Tonight, your dreams are calling you to the witness stand. You say you want peace, but what does your life show? You say you want financial freedom, but what are you building? Huh? You say you want better health, but what choices are you making? You say you want confidence, but why are you still asking everybody for permission? I know that clinical therapist who's watching right now, she does not ask anyone for permission. She's an independent woman. And guess what? I gave birth to her. You say you want to start a business, write a book, you want to travel the world, return back to school, create content, or use your gifts, your talents. But what evidence did you produce this week? What evidence did you produce? Because your intentions may be beautiful, but your habits are the witnesses. Your calendar is a witness. Your spending is a witness. Your screen time is a witness. Your conversations are witnesses. The promises you keep breaking to yourself are witnesses. Your life is always testifying, even when your mouth is silent. Here is my first question for you. If somebody watched your life for the last 7 days, but never heard you talk about your dreams, what would they believe is most important to you? Think about that. Would they see someone building a future? Or would they see someone constantly reacting to everybody else's needs? Would they see someone learning or someone endlessly scrolling social media, binge watching Netflix? Would they see someone preparing to change or someone becoming more comfortable with being unhappy? If that question makes you uncomfortable, don't run from it. Evidence is not presented to shame you. Evidence is presented to show you what you must change. There was once a woman who carried an old suitcase everywhere she moved. She carried it from her first apartment to her first house. She carried it through her marriage. She carried it while raising her children. She carried it into retirement. Written across the suitcase were the words, when the time is right. One day her granddaughter asked, "Grandma, what is inside that suitcase?" The woman opened it for the first time in decades. Inside, there were dancing shoes she had never worn, a passport application she had never completed, a business plan she had never started, a microphone she had purchased because she dreamed of speaking. And underneath everything was a letter she had written to herself as a young woman. The letter said, "One day, when life settles down, I'm going to become the woman I know I can be." She sat there staring at that letter. Life had never settled down. There was always another bill, another responsibility, another problem, another person who needed her, another reason to wait. Her granddaughter looked at the suitcase and asked, "Grandma, why did you carry these things for so many years if you never intend to use them?" The woman answered, "Because I kept believing that carrying my dreams was the same as living them." But carrying a dream is not the same as pursuing it. Talking about a dream is not the same as building it. Planning forever is not the same as beginning. And regret is often nothing more than a dream we carried for too long without ever unpacking. Let me ask you, what is sitting inside your "when the time is right" suitcase? What is sitting inside your suitcase tonight? What have you been carrying but refusing to open? If you know there is something inside you that has been waiting for years, type "open it" in the comments. Come on, let's open the locked suitcases that we locked up there for years and we bottle it up. We want to be this, we want to do that, we want to accomplish this, we want to travel there, we want to start a business, we want to complete art class, we want to do paintings, we want to sing, we want to dance, whatever we want to do. Open it, guys. Open that suitcase tonight. Here is what I want you to understand tonight. Some people are not lazy. I am not. They're tired. Sometimes we all get tired. Some are grieving. Some are caring for sick family members. Some have been hurt, disappointed, betrayed, or financially wounded. Some have spent their entire life surviving. I respect that. But here's the difference between resting and surrendering. There is a difference between healing and hiding. There is a difference between having responsibilities and completely disappearing inside those responsibilities. Your circumstances may limit some of your choices, but they should not be allowed to erase your identity. Your pain may explain why you pause, but it does not have to decide where your story ends. When my dad passed away, October until June, October last year until June of this year, then I picked myself up together and I put myself up. I opened that suitcase and I said, I need to stay focused. Excuse me. I need to start my business. I need to be out on social media. I need to spread this business around. And June 15th, that's when I start Chat with Pat on a daily basis. Oh, I've talked a lot today. Excuse me, please. And you guys just saw me. I had a program, Global Voices. And I think I lost my voice now. Global Voices, where I interviewed an entrepreneur, an author, a realtor, a broker from Guyana. I thought it was an amazing program. Afterwards, he gave me some good reviews and he loved the show. We had some hiccups in the middle where every time someone called him, it kicks him off the show. But determination leads to success. I keep bringing him back, and the show was a success. So sometimes in life, I just told you that because my throat was gone. Sometimes in life, we need to take a pause because of either we're giving birth, we're going through a divorce, we lost a parent, we lost a loved one, and we have that time to grieve and to recuperate and reinvent ourselves. It's okay. But it does not have to decide where your story ends. Take a break. You fall down by the wayside, but get it back and keep going. And that's what I did. A reason can be completely valid and still required response. So tonight, I want to place 3 questions into evidence. We're still at the courthouse, right? Hi, Monica. How are you? Tonight, I want to place 3 questions into the evidence. Number 1, what do you keep saying is important to you but never give any time to? Number 2, we make time for what demands our attention. Oh, this is still number 1. But we must intentionally create time for what will change our future. Number 2, what are you consuming every day that it is making you smaller? Geez, whatever I'm consuming is getting me bigger, guys. Is it fair? Is it gossip? Is it comparison? Other people's opinion? Hours of content that entertain you but never develop you? You know, some of us will spend so much time on social media and we'll post all kinds of stuff that doesn't bring any value to your life, no input that will develop you, make you smarter, make you wiser, make you earn more money. But we keep doing it every day because we have the kicks and the giggles out of it. Being a businesswoman, I don't find the time for idle stuff. I don't find the time to post things that doesn't make sense. And I don't find the time to do things that wouldn't bring value to my life. Some people are watching strangers build their dreams while neglecting their own. I've done that for years. I keep watching people build their dreams, going on vacations, enjoying cruises, traveling the world, going to fancy restaurants, dressing up their houses, making new investments in their houses, and buying brand name stuff. And I keep congratulating them and applauding them. And me, I wasn't building a future. I wasn't leaving a legacy for my children. So, number three question is, what is one action you can take within the next 24 hours that your future could present as evidence that you finally began? There's so many things we can do in 24 hours. Some of us, we have to start with our attitude in the first place, change our attitude, because I always tell people a bad attitude is like a punctured car tire. It'll take you nowhere. And I don't care how pretty you are, how gorgeous you are, or how amazingly you look or you dress. If you have a shitty attitude, it wouldn't cut it with me. So get your act together. All right? Make the phone call. Open the application you've been hiding for months and years. Write the first page. Record the first video. Research the course. Attend the presentation. Create the budget. Go for the walk. Set the boundary. Ask for help. I always tell people, make sure every one of you have a confidant in life, that you can tell your problems, tell your stories, ask for help, share your thoughts, share your burdens with that one person, that confidant. For me, it's God and my children. For you, it might be a girlfriend. It might be your mom. It might be somebody in your life. You do not need to transform your entire life tonight. You need to produce one new piece of evidence in this courtroom tonight. Type ready if you're willing to take one real action within the next 24 hours. Can you do that? Can you guys type ready in the comment box? Not next month, not when everything becomes perfect, or you will be ending up like that grandma who travels with her suitcase all her life. Within 24 hours, guys, 24 hours. And if you type ready, tell us, what is your first move? What are you going to do? I had to examine the evidence in my own life. I was a teacher. I spent 17 years in banking. I became a corporate trainer. They were meaningful parts of my journey. But I had to ask myself, do I want my entire future to depend only upon who is willing to employ me? Does that make sense? When I began building online, I did not have every answer. And I'm honest. I had fears. I had doubts. I had technology to learn. I had to become visible. I had to use my voice when I wondered whether anyone was listening. Do you know how many times I do lives and no one watching? Do you know how many times, umpteen thousands of times, I've done videos and no one watch? I have 370 something videos on YouTube, and most of them have no views as yet. Do I throw my hand up in the air and give up? No. But every video became an evidence. Every live became evidence. Every new skill became evidence. Many of you watching me tonight, you bypassed me so many times. You scroll past me and you said, oh, there is that crazy lady talking about mindset and determination and motivation and business. You bypass me. But you're here tonight, and I'm grateful because something I said resonates with you. Every new skill became evidence. Every time I showed up frightened, but showed up anyway, I proved to myself that I was not finished. Then, when the layoff came, it confirmed something I had already begun to understand. A job can be valuable, but it should not be the only evidence that you are building a future. That is why I talk about digital business. It is not magic, it is not guaranteed, and it does not replace effort. But it can be one vehicle through which ordinary people learn new skills, serve others, use their experiences, build something of their own, and create additional options. Do you know how many people in this business that if I see them on the wayside, I'll pass them? But because they're in this business, and they have elevated themselves and they're making money and they're prosperous, everyone recognizes them. Everyone will beg them for a video. Everyone will beg them to come to their show. Everyone will beg them because they are making so much money in this business. And whereas when these people come into this business, they were nobody and they were nothing. They were just ordinary people who ended up to be extraordinary in this business. Why? Because they are prospering. And when you're prospering, people will want you all over on social media to come to their platform to share your story. I've been invited to so many interviews. People want to know how I'm doing this business, how I'm prospering, and how I'm getting by. How am I doing this business? How can I do all of these things that I'm doing on a daily basis? Everybody wants to know why. Because I'm motivated. I'm disciplined. I want to leave an impact in the world. And I want to leave a legacy for my children. So my why is stronger than any sacrifice I can put out there. My why. My kids are my why. And they're the ones that I'm doing this business for. So if you love your children and you want to leave a legacy for them, what are you doing for them? My kids are my whys. What is your why tonight? Your phone can remain a courtroom witness proving how much time you consume, or it can become a tool that help you prove you finally started creating. That same phone that you use on a daily basis, that you scroll and like people's stuff and take pictures and do videos and watch idle things and crazy things and stupid things that you consume your time in, that very same phone can be your office. If you want honest information about the digital business that I am building, message me the word info. You can also visit my website, www.patriciapeters247.com. You can look at the information and decide whether it fits the future you want to create. But whether you choose my opportunity, another opportunity, education, a new career, better health, or personal dream, you must choose something tonight. Because doing nothing is still a decision. That's a decision you chose not to do nothing. And when you do nothing, nothing happens. And doing nothing produces evidence too. Now, let us return to that courtroom. Remember, we started in a courtroom, right? The judge looks at you and says, "Do you have a final statement?" You stand up. You cannot change yesterday's evidence. You cannot recover any wasted hour. You cannot undo every decision made from fear. But you can say, "I am not asking the court to erase my past. I'm asking for the opportunity to present new evidence. Bingo. And the judge delivers the verdict. Not finished. You are not finished. Your dream is not finished. Your voice is not finished. Your usefulness is not finished. Your opportunity to begin is not finished. As long as you are here, the case is still open. Tomorrow, your actions will take the witness stand again. What will they say? Will they say you heard another powerful message, became very emotional, and then returned to the same routine? Is that what you're doing with me every night? You came to watch me, you get emotional, you get all, goosebumps and butterflies with everything I'm teaching you. And then in that moment, you say, I'm going to change. I'm listening to her. This lady is talking something right. And I'm going to change tomorrow. I'll do something. I start a business. I'll do something. And then when tomorrow comes, you back to square one in La La Land. Or will they testify? That was the night she finally started. That was the night he made the call. That was the night they stopped waiting for permission. Before you leave, write this in the comments. My new evidence will be. What will your new evidence be? From Chat with Pat, follow Chat with Pat, share this live with someone whose dream deserves another chance. At the end of your life, your intentions will not be the complete story. Intentions are great, but that's not your final destination. Your choices will be the evidence. The choices you make will define what you become in life. So stop asking only, what do I want from life? Begin asking, what does the way I am living prove that I want? What does the way I am living prove that I want? Your life does not need another explanation tonight. It needs different evidence. I am Patricia Peters, and this is Chat with Pat. This case is still open. Change the evidence. Good night, everybody. For those of you who look around and you find that there are no good human beings in the world, please be the first one to be kind, caring, and loving. With that being said, I'm extending an invitation to all of you to join my business. Ask me for more information and I'll send it to you. Just message me via WhatsApp, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook. I am all ears. I'll answer your questions and I'll guide you every step of the way. Very good night to all of you. Ciao for now. Thank you for being part of Chat with Pat. Until we meet again, keep believing, keep growing, and keep inspiring. God bless you. And remember, every conversation leaves a lasting impact. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Chat with Pat.
Nothing sparks, turn my hustle into what left my name on the charts. I don't clock in, I don't clock out. I'm on the heights, it's all about. Built this empire brick by brick. Digital fly, making dreams stick. I'm a boss lady, calling my shots. Freedom in my veins, can't be bought.